These Buddhist Tantric secrets will change your life. What if I told you that there are ancient secrets hidden in the practices of Buddhist Tantra that have the power to transform your entire existence? In this transformative journey, we will delve into the mystical world of Buddhist Tantric teachings and unlock the key to a life filled with peace, harmony, and enlightenment. The ultimate goal of all spiritual practices is to reach the state of mind known as Rigpa, which is an unconditioned, self-aware awareness present in every living thing. The ultimate goal of Dzogchen is to remove ignorance that conceals our inherent state of consciousness. Vajrayana Buddhism, also known as Tantric or Esoteric Buddhism, originated in India and extended to Tibet, China, and Nepal. It was first introduced to Tibet in the 8th century AD and has been the main form of Buddhism in the region since Vajrayana. Buddhism, originating from Mahayana Buddhism, incorporates Vajrayana Buddhism, which uses visualization, mantra, and ceremonial practices to achieve enlightenment. Deity yoga, a fundamental practice of Triana Buddhism, is a key aspect of Vajrayana Buddhism. This practice is influenced by the Burn religion, which has existed in Tibet for over a millennium and is now a primary practice of Adriana Buddhism. Burn emphasizes moral behavior, personal purification, and positive thinking. Buddhism initially faced opposition from Bön adherents, but through transformation through incorporation, Padmasambhava allowed Buddhism to take hold in Tibet. This strategy involved incorporating Bön deities and practices, leading to the development of Tibetan Buddhism. Vajrayana Buddhism uses mantras, sacred sounds or phrases, for spiritual transformation and ultimate enlightenment. The Dalai Lama, the current reincarnation of Avalokiteshvara, is a prominent figure in this practice. By repeating the mantra, one can cleanse their mind and access the Buddha's insight. Mudras, sacred hand motions, are also used in Buddhism to elicit certain attitudes or energies. Common mudras include Dhyana Mudra, Parsa Mudra, Karana Mudra, and Abhaya Mudra. Tantra, secret teachings, is a practice only disclosed to advanced practitioners, aiming to hasten spiritual transformation and realize one's true nature. Tantric teachings include Buddha mudras and visualizations, focusing on virtues like compassion and wisdom. Tantric practices involve visualization of yidams meditational deities, using mandalas as symbolic diagrams, and identifying hirams as aspects of enlightenment. Tantric ceremonies involve blessings and spiritual energy, allowing practitioners to access tantric techniques. Chakrasar energy centers are believed to balance and purify energy within the body. Breath control techniques, such as pranayama, are used to regulate energy flow. Samaja and Kala Chakra Tantras emphasize the use of body, voice, and mind for enlightenment. The concept of the three bodies of the Buddha is central to Madhyana Buddhism and Vajrayana Buddhism. The emanation body of the Buddha represents the aspect who guides sentient beings, while the Nirmanakaya is accessible to all beings. The enjoyment body, experienced by advanced practitioners, is accessible to those with high spiritual realization, but not yet the ultimate realization of the Dharmakaya. The dazzling and blissful dimension is the body of reward or bliss, Dharmakaya. The Buddha's three bodies, Adharmakaya, Dharmakaya, Samphokaya, and Nirmanakaya, represent the ultimate reality, enlightenment, and various manifestations of the same being. Adharmakaya is the unchanging, eternal aspect, while Dharmakaya represents ultimate reality. Samphokaya is the Buddha's blissful body, accessible to advanced practitioners, and Nirmanakaya guides sentient people on the Trikaya in Madhyana. Buddhism provides a framework for understanding the Buddha's nature and spiritual progress. Jnana Buddhism emphasizes the guru-student relationship, where the guru guides and mentors the student to progress on their spiritual path. The guru is seen as a protector, assisting the student in navigating the complexities of Tantra practices. The guri, an embodiment of the teachings, bestows blessings and actualization of Tantra practices. The Guru also offers tailored guidance and evaluation of the student's spiritual capacity. Buddhism is based on trust, reverence, and dedication, and a relationship with a true guru is crucial. The Nyingma school also emphasizes Tantra teachings, which are considered the pinnacle of Buddhism and the Enigma heritage. The next school of Vajrayana Buddhism is the Kargil school, which is recognized for its concentration on the Tantra teachings of the total transmission lines. The Kagyu school is especially noted for its usage of the Mahamudra teachings, which are considered the ultimate teachings of the Kagyu tradition. The Mahamudra teachings are extremely closely associated with the doctrine teachings. Both doctrines focus on the nature of mind, and their ultimate purpose is to realize the true nature of the mind, which is thought to be perfect and complete just as it is. The Zakya school is one of the major Tibetan schools. A major school of Tibetan Buddhism, founded in the 14th century by Tsongkhapa, is the Gelugu. The Gaelic school places a strong emphasis on the study of the Tantras in the generation and completion stages of Tantric practice, as well as the practice of Lambrim, which is a graduated path to enlightenment. The school of Jonang was founded in the 14th century by Del Papa. The Jonang school emphasizes studying the Tantras. Buddhism founded in the 11th century by Korn Control. The study and practice of the Karachakra Tantra and the teaching of the empty of Father Gentong view of the Madhyamaka philosophy Bon, as we have seen, is the indigenous religion of Tibet and predates the arrival of Buddhism to Tibet. The practice of action is highly valued in the Bon tradition. The highest teaching in Vajrayana Buddhism is Dzogchen, as we have seen. Dzogchen Buddhism originated in Tibet and is regarded as the highest form of Tantra within the Nyingma school. Vajrayana Buddhism is thought to be the most advanced form of Buddhism. It is typically taught and offered only to those who have received the proper preparation and have a strong foundation either in Theravada or Mahayana Buddhism. The term option alludes to the ultimate purpose of spiritual practice and literally means great perfection or great completion. The doctrine's lessons. According to doctrine teachings, Buddhism is predicated on the realization that all creatures have the capacity for enlightenment and that the mind is fundamentally pure and perfect. We practice doctrine because it is the quickest and most direct route to realizing the ground luminosity, which is said to be present in all beings and is characterized by its clarity, emptiness, and unchanging nature. Our true nature is the same as the nature of all Buddhas, which is known as the ground luminosity, or basis of all. Trico, which literally translates to cutting through or severing the dualistic mind, is the primary doctrine practice of the Enlightenment. Trico is a type of meditation in which the practitioner cuts through obscurations that prevent one from directly recognizing the nature of mind. This is accomplished through the practice of pointing out instruction, which is a technique for introducing students to the nature of mind. A qualified guru will typically give instruction to a student who is deemed ready to receive it. In Buddhism, an example of a pointing out instruction is as follows. The guru tells the student, "The nature of your mind is like a mirror. It is always present and clear, but it is not affected by the reflections that appear on it." The purpose of the instruction is to help the student directly recognize the innate purity and perfection of their mind. Similar to this, the nature of your mind is constant and unchanging, despite the thoughts and feelings that pass through it. Examine the nature of your mind and witness it for yourself. Following this, the student meditates for a while, concentrating on the nature of their mind and examining it as directed. Through this exercise, the student becomes acutely aware of the natural clarity and emptiness of their mind, which is the foundational luminosity. It is imperative to acknowledge that this is merely an illustration, and the pointing out instruction may vary based on the guru and the learner. It is thought to be an extremely private and intimate experience that cannot adequately be described or conveyed through words. Instead, it must be imparted to the student directly by a doctrine guru. After receiving the pointing out instruction and tasting the nature of their mind, the student continues to practice and stabilize this recognition through meditation practice. Buddhism's doctrine places a strong emphasis on inducing self-liberation. According to its fundamental teachings, realizing the inherent purity and perfection of the mind in the now is supposed to be the ultimate aim. Everything, including our thoughts and feelings, is self-liberating by nature and doesn't require repression or elimination. Dzogchen Buddhism emphasizes comprehension and application of the teachings in day-to-day living, in addition to meditation and other disciplines. In order to view the world and their interactions with others through the lenses of non-duality and self-liberation, doctrine practitioners are encouraged to incorporate their comprehension and realization of the nature of mind into their daily lives. The quickest and most direct route to realizing base brilliance and achieving enlightenment is allegedly through the practice of Dzogchen.